Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Titans are #1 in pass TDs, and they go up against that Jets defense that will try to keep them out of the end zone.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates them. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Play action now. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Back. Go.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
81. Check line 54. Line 54. And ram. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Now Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Titan football. Now the Titans getting set to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receiver. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Easy. Check 26.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how you guys are going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
Yeah, baby.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down.
Three. Check safety. Ready. Blue line. Three. Sponge.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Double tight.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
To throw is Mariota. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Easy. Check.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. 2nd down, Mariota. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
He's checking. Crash. Wait. 58, right over there. Yeah, one. 58, right there. Yeah. You don't want none.
Now Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here as they take over here 1st and 10. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
82, 40.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Dragging. 4 down. What's your son? Alert. Check.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Here we go. Waiting. Hey. 4 down. For Tokyo.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Wants to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Here we go. 14, 82, 14. Sunday. He's coming. We got double up. Sunday.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
There we go. Back. Waiting.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver is crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keep working.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Mariota now on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
One. Tighten up. Pull it together. Check 3.
From the gun, Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Double tight.
Line.
has a carry heading left. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here we go. Back man. 180. Hey. Sunday. We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Switch on. SOS. 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 Kill. SOS. 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 Sunday. Tighten up. Line.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Man left. Go.
Wentz now on 1st down. And that is caught by Ardarius Stewart. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Watch tight end. Push.
They'll run him now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Run. Hey, watch it. Sunday, kill.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 120. Hey, kill. Hey, watch twins. Hey, kill.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Flushed out right. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. It's a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Strong right.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
180. 3.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. On play action, Mariota. Flush to his right. It's caught by Davis. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. first down. Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Switch!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So it'll be first down here after the run.
4 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Keith Mumphrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Strong left. Strong left. Set. 1, 2, 3, 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Motion.
A first down throw for Mariota. Hauled in by Avant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
That's where you belong.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Ready.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
1.
Mariota. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Throwing is Mariota. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Fielded just inside the 30. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go. Go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. And looks like the Bengals starting to pull away in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Three.
Mariota on 1st down. Avant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Single. I got a single in the slot.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. They run the counter now on 1st down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Mariota being chased out left. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Three. One. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Kill. Line it up.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 13-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know you feel that.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17 to 3. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Jets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, he's teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll give it here to his running back. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Double tight. There we go.
Now Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
We got three down.
2nd down, Mariota. And this is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
3 down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Man out.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
You can't block me. One.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his man, Avant. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
87's mine. I got 87. Go. Sweetie!
Throwing on first is Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Ringo. 120. Here I come. For Tokyo. Check three. Check three. Kill. Check three.
Wentz to throw on second down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And he rifles one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They go play action. Mariota. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
I got 87.
Off the play fake, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
3 down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 120. 3 down. Lion. Check your hot read. Deuce. Come on, baby. Get excited. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Check the backer, check the backer. Get hyped already.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Out come the Titans now. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Now Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. And now it's 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Blue line.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Motion.
The 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Watch 80. Watch 80.
Ready.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ram.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
3 down. Here we go.
Waiting. Lion. What's on?
Shotgun now for Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
It's run, fellas, it's run. Oh, yeah.
Time for a break.
Yeah, baby.
We'll come
Yeah,
back
baby.
and see how it all shakes out after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Don't go. 180. Sunday.
They'll bring a receiver in motion running. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Watch tight end. Hey, guys, check me out.
20.
You gotta stand up over there.
Forward toe kill.
Kill.
Ram.
Check 9.
Kill.
Back.
To throw is Wentz.
Crack.
Wadudu's got it, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
The Jets on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
120.
Back to throw. Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
All day, every day, any day.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Watch number 33. Bunch formation.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Go.
Now Mariota. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
the amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up third and long.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Set. Blue line.
Three down.
Mariota. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go. 120.
Wentz to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
I got 8. I got 8.
Blue line.
Single.
Now the first throw in overtime for Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 11.
We got 3 down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
3.
Check 24.
On 3rd down, Mariota. get in there for the sack. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2.
Double tight. Here we go.
First throw of overtime for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Fresh set of downs here.
Double tight.
Here we go. Back man. Waiting. Listen.
To throw, it's Wentz. Incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Set. 120. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
Hey. Got three. Three down.
Hey, ram. Set. Waiting.
Slam.
5-9.
Check. Crunch.
Again, now throw with Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Stewart. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Check safety.
Set. Waiting. Sunday.
Sponge. No.
Ram.
And to give this time to the tailback. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. It's a 7. Yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh! Right there. All day, baby.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
Checking crack.
Go. 5-9. Sunday.
Check 24. Watch 24.
Ford, Tokyo.
Switch it.
The slot man in motion right.
He's checking. Crash.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens.
Four down, check. Four down.
Hey, ram.
Under 10, under 10.
Slot
10.
man moves right.
Safe.
Ram.
Check 25.
Now they try the right side here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Tight end left. 4 down. Check.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go, back man.
Everyone's got 4 down.
4 Tokyo.
Yes.
5'9".
Check. Fresno.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Come on, baby, get excited. Let's go.
Here we go, back man. 4 Tokyo. Hey, Lou.
Watch the twist.
Liz 5'3".
Now a handoff as they run left side. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Tight end's on the Ringo.
81. Here we go. Hey, Lou. Sunday.
4 down.
Bush.
Slam.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 8.
Sunday.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able.
You